Has Donald Trump giving Ripple and XRP the green light to take over the world's payment system? We're going to talk about that in today's video. We're also going to discuss how XRP goes to the next 5, 10, or maybe even higher in this cycle, guys. It's really exciting. Let's go ahead and get into this. So if you didn't know, Ripple's Brad Garlinghouse rumored to have a meeting with Donald Trump sparks community outrage and XRP rally. Listen, Brad Garlinghouse is a staple in the crypto community, right? He has been on the forefront of every magazine fighting the SEC for the past 3.5 years. Of course, Donald Trump wants to speak to him, right? He wants to understand what he's been through. He wants to understand what his company Ripple is trying to do in the payment space. And, we got a lot of kind of pushback and chatter, but I think this is really what's caused the XRP pump over the past few weeks. I think people are speculating that Donald Trump is going to give Ripple the green light to become the US's crypto standard, basically, for using XRP for banks and financial institutions. And, that could very well happen. We just don't know what they talked about. I'd imagine when they did have this conversation, Brad told Trump what he would like to see in the crypto market and what maybe could benefit the Trump administration going forward. And I think Trump listened. I think he's going to take Brad Garlinghouse very seriously. Brad Garlinghouse was very supportive of Trump through the election, donated, and I think he's going to pay attention to what Brad says. You also have big companies like Forbes and Bloomberg all talking about XRP now being the 4th largest cryptocurrency in the world. I don't consider Tether, a real cryptocurrency. They haven't shown proof that they can actually back up the $135 billion that they have in their stablecoin. Tether is a tinderbox, right? It only takes one match from somebody respectable saying that Tether does not have the money to back up all of their value. Listen, if you had the money, you would go and show people that you had the money, right? Why would you keep it a secret? They're not going to allow Tether to be used in Europe, the European Union, right? For MiCA, because it doesn't have the necessary regulations and things put intact that they're going to hold Ripple stablecoin and USDC to a higher standard. So why would you trust USDT Tether ever? But what I wanted to come back to is that you are seeing XRP being mentioned a lot in mainstream media. And I think once you have the ETFs coming into play, that is going to send XRP to a whole new level. I would imagine in 2025, if you see a $5, $10 XRP, don't be shocked. Breaking, CEO Ripple Brad Garlinghouse on Fox News. Donald Trump had a meeting with Ripple. Let me play this.
Under a Trump presidency. The blockchain payments company Ripple, which uses XRP to enable transactions, jumped dramatically since election night. And it saw big surges earlier this week on speculation that its CEO held a meeting with the president-elect following his victory, and speculation that anti-crypto SEC chief Gary Gensler might soon announce his resignation, which we just talked about with former SEC Director Norm Champ. Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse is here in a Fox Business exclusive in studio to discuss all of this. Okay, a 70% gain since election day. Let me guess, you are a Donald Trump fan, at least of a presidency as he oversees a crypto world that he's very open-armed to.
For sure. Like, what a difference 10 days makes. We, for years in the United States, have had an attack on the crypto industry. It's been war. And we finally, I think, have, a crypto president. The crypto industry has embraced Trump. Trump has embraced the crypto industry.
He really has. He really has.
I think it's very genuine. And I think he sees the opportunity. He sees innovation. He sees entrepreneurship. And look, I'm very excited about what the future holds. I'll point out, if you were saying that XRP is up 70+%. Since Election Day, the best performing crypto assets are all U.S. companies or U.S. technologies. This shouldn't be a surprise. The United States SEC has been manipulating and putting pressure on these U.S. companies, U.S. technologies. And now that pressure comes off and they explode upwards. So we shouldn't be surprised by that.
So that is since when that it's all U.S.? That
really since Election Day.
Okay, since election.
Do me a favor, guys. Sorry to pause it right in between here. Please like the video. It really helps me out. Get in front of more amazing people like you. I really am trying to grow the channel. If we can hit 5,000 subscribers before the end of the year, I will give away 1,000 XRP on the channel. Please help me do that. 5,000. And hey, leave a comment, like the video. That will qualify you for the giveaway.
Then that really makes sense.
It does. And if you can even put a number on this, like what has Gary Gensler's war on crypto, you can put an amount on it. We went from 2.2 trillion to basically 3 trillion. So this was an $800 billion unlock just because we now are going to have rational actors who act lawfully. You know, as you know well, states have now even participated in suing the SEC and saying you are not acting lawfully and enforcing the laws.
I got to ask you, the price of XRP earlier this week spasmed. It jumped about 10% after you liked a tweet earlier that suggested you may have met with President-elect Donald Trump. Any truth to those rumors?
I mean, I think like many of your guests today, I'm not going to comment on too many specifics here. Suffice it to say.
Okay, that's a yes. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But I respect that. But to me, it's a yes.
Listen, if he didn't meet with Trump, he had said no. He wouldn't have said, I'm not going to talk about it, right? So that really is what caused it. But think about this, right? Brad Garlinghouse has his inner circle of millionaires and billionaires, right? If Brad hints to them that his meeting with Trump went well, that Trump likes what he was saying and possibly likes XRP, that could have been the catalyst that sent XRP to $2.80. Now we're about $2.50, but man, it sure feels great.
We have been active throughout this election cycle in being very pro-crypto, pro-innovation. And how do we make sure that this Congress and, you know, the president obviously it's a totally new day. And I could not be happier about like a Congress that I think is, as Norm said earlier, your guest, we got to get away from regulation through enforcement.
Yep.
That makes no sense.
What about this yesterday, this lawsuit filed by 18 attorneys generals, I believe all from Republican states, suing the SEC, saying that they are allegedly overreaching when it comes to crypto regulation? Did you know that was coming at all?
We did not. And I say to all 18 of those attorney generals, welcome to the party. You know, look, we have been fighting, Ripple's been fighting this fight since the very beginning. We've spent literally over $150 million fighting the SEC, an unlawful war. And so I'm thrilled they're joined. I wish they would have joined earlier. But, you know, even in their case, what they filed cites the Ripple case over and over. And so they see what has happened. They see how Gensler has overreached. And I only wish there was a way to hold the SEC, hold Gensler, hold some of these people accountable.
And we should say that earlier this week, Robinhood relisted XRP on its platform, driven by what they believe might be this new, more welcoming regulatory environment? For
sure. I mean, this goes back to like the U.S. has finally unlocking this hostility. And I do think things like Robinhood saying, you know, I'm surprised they didn't do it sooner, but I'm glad they did it now. And, you know, I expect
Robinhood, by the way, up 37% this month.
Listen, Robinhood, you know, they ran when things got tough. Now they want to come back because, you know, they can make money. I won't ever use Robinhood for anything because, you know, anyone that can basically turn their back on somebody so quickly and just come back because they want to make money off of what's the positive things that are happening, disgusting, man. They didn't lift a finger to help Ripple. So Robinhood could kiss my butt. Let me know what you think. Do you like Robinhood? Right? I don't. All right. XRP surges on 2024 high amid Trump win, stablecoin optimism. Guys, listen, there's a few things that are going to really help XRP in 2025. So let's just talk about these really quickly. Of course, there's pro-crypto policies under the Trump administration. You have 250 elected officials going into Congress and the Senate that are pro-crypto. There's no way you're not going to get whatever great policy that you want for the crypto industry. It's going to help everything flourish in the United States. Bring the workers back, bring the great companies back. Let's build a better future together here in the US. Of course, the SEC leadership change is going to categorically change how companies interact with the US government. No longer it will be come in and register. Hey, I'm going to sue you now that I noticed something's wrong. It'll be come in, register. Let's work together. Let's figure out how we can make sure that you are on the right side of the law. And let's make sure that you're doing things correctly in the United States so we can make US the supreme leader. Maybe that was the wrong way to say that. Supreme leader, the supreme whatever in the United States so we can have crypto regulations. Of course, the approval of XRP ETFs will gradually start ticking up the price of XRP as billions of dollars come in inflows because people are excited, right? Bitcoin is great. It's shiny. It's the thing that's on top. But realistically, Bitcoin has no use case. And I know there's probably some Bitcoin maxis saying, oh, what about this? What about that? Listen, you can't tokenize value on Bitcoin. It costs enormous amounts of money to move Bitcoin. It's super slow. It's not something that banks and institutions are going to use to move value, to move tokenized value. So XRP really is in the top 3 or 4 tokens that are going to really shine the brightest in 2025. Increased institutional adoption. Yes, if we get regulatory clarity in the US and US banks feel confident, they're not worried about the government coming after some of these companies, they are 100% going to say, let's start using XRP in our payment flows. Let's see how it goes. And imagine the wall of money that is going to come, right? It only takes the first few payments of $500K, $1 million to go perfectly through, and banks will start saying, okay, let's turn up the volume here. Then you got 50 million, then you got 500 million, then you have 5 billion, 10 billion, $100 billion a day. That is the way that this is going to move, and it's going to move very quickly when it does. Of course, you have market settlement and altcoins rotation. As Bitcoin tops out, money will be coming back into more altcoins, and especially the top ones like XRP. Of course, Black Swan Capitalists put this out. Remember Donald Trump's speech about leveling the playing field? Listen, if Trump is talking about leveling the playing field, of course he understands that this is Brad Garlinghouse's #1 saying. I'd imagine when Brad Garlinghouse met with Trump, however many times he's brought up leveling the playing field, and now Trump likes that.
I believe that will all work out very well for everybody. China, Japan, the United States, and everybody in the region. As far as the currency devaluations, I've been complaining about that for a long time. And I believe that we will all eventually, and probably very much sooner than a lot of people understand or think, we will be all at a level playing field.
Boom.
Because that's the only way it's fair. That's the only way that you can fairly compete in trade and other things.
All right, great. Also, you have people that obviously went to Trump's dinner that are, XRP enthusiasts. Trump has heard XRP a bunch at these rallies, people talking about it.
I'm curious what you think the future of crypto looks like if, God forbid, you don't win the election.
Future of crypto? Well, I think it's a good future. Who knows about anything today? But I think it's a good future. I'll tell you what, you look at values, you look at what's happening and where it's come and where it came from. I think crypto's got a great future.
All right, it's the people around Trump that are really going to make the policy that really moves the needle. But it's good to hear Trump talking about it. That's something Kamala Harris didn't discuss. And you know what? I was talking with my mom about this actually, and she's a Democrat, but it's all good. My dad's a Republican. I've always been in the middle, and so I listen to what they both say about it. And I think the Democrats got crushed this cycle because of their war and attack on crypto, right? A lot of younger people came out and voted, and they voted with their crypto wallet, right? We talked about this for the past few years, that when the election was going to happen, people were going to vote with their wallets and their crypto wallets, and they did. And it's you cannot deny when you have 250 people being elected that are pro-crypto, that crypto didn't play a major role. I don't hear any of these news pundits talking about crypto playing a role, and it kind of is sad. I think a lot of people are missing the real reason why Republicans shined so bright in the elections. And then Trump is officially accepting XRP and other cryptos. Let me play this.
Donald Trump just announced that he is accepting XRP donations for 2024. Not only XRP, but also Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, USDC, XRP, Dogecoin, and even Shiba Inu. What? Now, in this photo on his website, it's also showing Avalanche and Cardano, but they aren't listed. What do you think? Does Trump need our crypto? I mean, isn't he a billionaire? And will Trump be better than Biden for the crypto community if he wins?
All right. If Trump isn't better for the crypto industry than Biden, we just need to pack up our bags and go do something else with this channel. But anyways, guys, I hope there was value on this channel, this video. If you did like it, please hit like, please share it with somebody. I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for being here. It's a real honor to learn and to grow and to have some fun with you every single day here on Crypto Sensei. Bye.